You can support this show at patreon.com/ASA podcasting.
Fist Rooster.
The wasteland is a post-apocalyptic mess as the sole survivor wanders out, about to see the rest. Nuclear explosions sending out the gamma rays from deep within the core, frozen atomic waste. From deep within the core, frozen atomic waste.
Hello and welcome to the 438th edition of the Fallout Feed. I am Andrew, joined by a flock of my favorite Fallout folks. Tonight, we've got Jess. What's up, Jess?
Hey, Andrew. Creeps, everybody.
And also Ray. What's going on, Ray?
Hello, hello.
Tonight on the show, we'll get a little gameplay off like the top of the show like we usually do. We have competing pigcorns, you guys. Like, we can't come up with like decent game for weeks, and all of a sudden now we've got competing pigcorns tonight. But
we're gonna play pig, corn,
pig,
corn.
pig, corn, pig. So Jess won out, and we'll play her pigcorn this week. And big news: Will be next week, so he's bringing a game for next week. So game time's like, get in line, everybody. It's game time.
We have to make a game for Will, okay? Let's beat him at his own game.
The thing is,
Literally.
Will's bringing a game because last time he came on, he prepared too many games, so we didn't get to his. So he's got a fresh game from Fallout 4 that he's gonna bring that we were supposed to play that night. But so it's get in line, right? Too many games.
That's what we do in lieu of feedback now. All games, all the time.
So, hey, I don't test me. I like that sort of thing. After game time, we got some iguana bits. We actually have a feedback from the community. Solior is checking in again. Appreciated, sir. And a couple of shouts on the way out the door tonight. So why don't we go ahead and roll right into it. Ray, did you get a chance to play tons and tons and tons of video games this week?
I, in fact, did not.
Oh,
I had a pretty light week. Now, it was still probably 25 hours, but
yeah, that's a good week for me.
Yeah, you beat most of us, I think.
But no, I had kind of built up a lot of adulting that I had to do. And
that's what happens when you totally ignore your life altogether.
Yeah, it's true. I did such a good job of, prepping and making it so that I would never have to leave the computer that the bill came to be paid. So.
It actually worked.
Congratulations.
So now I'm getting caught back up. And then on top of that, my wife, who's been out of town quite a bit, visiting friends and stuff, has been home. And so I've spent a lot of time enjoying my wife's company.
Oh, good husband. Attaboy. Family man Ray.
That's always a good time. So all I've played is Starfield. But
tell me more.
I've been playing this this new character.
So you hear the collective gasps from everyone listening in unison.
Such a shocker. Yeah, absolutely.
Not Ray.
There are no words.
And so this character, I was trying to see exactly how little questing I could possibly do.
Like me on a Saturday. Perfect.
So I there's no getting around the the opening sequence. They won't let you go right to Jemison. You have to fight the pirates. When you get to Jemison, if you, I thought maybe if I walked in the front door to Constellation and then left, I could shake Vasco. But no, Vasco stays with you until you talk to Sarah and go through all that. From that point on, you can bail on them and you never have to see them again.
Speaking
and
of Vasco,
I, I hate that guy.
you hate that guy. A couple of weeks ago, I heard you say in passing something about him standing on top of your ship, and I was like, oh, whatever, that must have been some weird bug. And then I actually
Surfing.
zoomed out into fucking third person to what I usually fly in first person. I flew out to third, and I'm like, the fuck? He's actually standing up there. What the fuck is he doing?
He is the Silver Surfer. Yeah, he does that.
Yep.
He's my astromech droid, right? Is he there to do repairs on the ship if we bonk
Yeah.
into something?
Yep. He's just gonna run around with his hammer and sheet metal.
That's hilarious.
So I also had, at the same time, so I was trying to figure out if I could do the alternate start idea that I had last week about being able to, land on a planet and ignore the frontier and just run around until I found a ship and could take that ship and and carry on from there.
How'd that work out?
Not real good. Because when you land on a planet and get out of your ship, and there's a circle around you, and when you get to the edge of that circle, you can go no farther. So I once I found that, going one direction, then I fast traveled back to my ship and then traveled in a different direction. Well, not only does it, not render the whole map, but there really isn't much, random buildings or anything that show up outside of about 1,000 meters of your ship. The circle is about, it was like 4,000 or 5,000 meters from your ship. So once I had done everything in that circle, I had good guns because I had, cleaned out pirates and some spacers, from a couple of buildings and everything. But then I was stuck because there was no ship that landed in that zone. And so I couldn't walk any further. So I had to fly to a new location. And once you do that, it's really, it's kind of blown because, now you're just flying around until you find another ship to steal. So it's not quite the same. So scrap that character. And I've just been playing my Varun Zealot.
Start another new one.
Well, this is one I've had for a couple of weeks now.
Couple weeks. That's an old
number
man
15,
to you.
number 16. Yeah.
And so this character, has just been living off of bounty missions and stealing ships and ship battles. And so I think last week I was probably around level 30. And so today I got it to level 57. It really kicks into high gear when you can start managing, the ships around Serpentis. Once you get to that point, it didn't take me very long. It took about maybe 4 or 5 trips around the system to get from level 40 to level 52. And once you get past level 47, you're into, actually, I guess it was 49. You get the 34 power reactor. And so now you've got, plenty of power for a much stronger shield and, keeping your weapons fully charged Um, and you really start doing some serious damage to these Varun ships. Also found a few spacers.
Level 39 sounds super duper high. Especially for you who restarts new characters all the time.
Yeah, so this one was really, I wanted to get into a lot more shipbuilding. Because I had kind of laid off that for a little bit.
I just saw someone commenting the other day how pieces of the ship are level locked and stuff. I was like, oh, that sucks. I didn't even realize that.
Yeah.
So many. That's why we've talked before about have to be level 60 to get all of them.
Yeah.
So what was the significance of, what did you say? Was it 39 or 47 or what was it?
So 49 was the next big jump in reactor power. Now that I'm level 57, I've got the best reactor. There's another one that comes online at level 60, but it's not better than the one that you can get at 57.
Where do you get the one at 57? She asks because she's 57 now herself.
Any of the ship technicians.
Oh, is it an any? Is it like one of those you can find most anywhere?
Yeah. The only place I couldn't get it was at my shipbuilding landing pad.
I feel like right now I have a pinch 8ZA. It's a 37 power is what I currently have. So 40 power would be better for sure.
Yeah. So you can get that at 57. And so I had to change the settings on my mod that affects the registration price because I've got too many caps. And so right now, even after I built 4 ships, 2 of them completely from scratch, actually 3 of them completely from scratch. I'm still sitting on 1,500,000. So
Lee wants to correct you that you don't have any caps, Ray. You do not have any caps. I say caps.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, exactly. I say caps in real life. You know what I mean? Like, yeah.
He's got that trucker cap. Come on.
But
oh wait, I missed it. Lee. Always there for a helpful contribution.
Yeah. So definitely it's been fun. I've been stealing a lot of ships. It's so weird. All of a sudden I just stopped running into Galbank ships.
They're wise to you.
I don't know if Galbank pulled their fleet because they were getting robbed too much. But it's a fun one to do. So I still I can't bring myself to steal the Valentine ship. Because I like his songs. They're fun. And there's no way in hell I'm shooting down Grandma. Even though some famous comedians trying to make it a thing. But there's a lot of fun stuff to shoot out there. So,
do you ever have like a little spreadsheet or anything to keep track of all your characters and what they do? And
notebook.
A notebook, right?
Yeah,
nice.
That works.
Yeah,
the original spreadsheet.
Yeah, and I've got notebooks for, all the games I play. I've got multiple notebooks for Skyrim and Fallout 4.
Do you dedicate one notebook per game? Like this notebook is only for Fallout information, or do you just have different entries for different games?
Usually 2 games per notebook. I'll start one at the back and one at the front.
Oh, do you flip it upside down?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
One thing
I love
about
that.
gaining levels really fast. So I burned through the skills that I actually needed. So my ballistics and rifle certification, piloting, targeting, all that stuff. So then I took the astrodynamics so that I could scan the ships and see what kind of components they had. I didn't take the last point in that. It'll actually show you what's in their cargo. And I don't really take ships for that necessarily. There's going to be enough, I know there's going to be things to shoot inside, and if there's a couple of caps in the captain's locker, yay.
He loves those caps.
Yeah. But so I started just looking for fun stuff to shove points into. And so I thought, oh, you know what? I've never tried boost assault training.
Right.
And so I started dumping points into boost assault training, which was remarkably easy to level up.
Was it? What do you have to do to level it? Because that's one that looks really neat, especially like when you get to level 2 or 3 and you get the hover skill. But I haven't put
level
anything
3
in it.
gets you the hover. So the first thing it does is that it lets you deal damage, and so then you have to just jump around dealing damage to people
with the boost pack. The boost pack, the jet actually.
Yeah, catch them on fire mostly.
Nice. That's cool.
That
makes sense.
And I discovered the fun thing about that is it's a pretty good radius, and so how they like to enemies like to collect on the other side of a door. So if you just stand on your side of the door and boost pack a bunch of times, you're lighting them on fire and
nice.
Leveling up the skill. Then the next one lets you knock down enemies. And so then you've got to knock down a bunch of enemies in order to advance to the next level. And then the third lets you hover so you boost, but you have to, when you look down the side of your gun, you start hovering. And that's what you see in a lot of the original videos that they showed, where they're hovering over and throwing grenades at people down below.
Right. The slightly more exciting version of combat. Like, I really enjoy combat in Starfield. I like jumping around, but the boost pack, even though it works better when you put a couple points into the base level one, you can't do a lot of those cool hover moves and looking over the battlefield and really getting anywhere. So is it more dynamic now that you have it? Like, does it feel better?
Oh, 1,000%. Totally worth the investment. It is so much fun. And I quickly realized, so all the weapons that I had before had scopes on them. Not really a good thing for assault, hovering boost packing, because it really cuts down on your field of view when, because you're typically pretty close to people when you're doing it. And so I switched to just iron sights, and now it's much easier. Because you have to be aiming. So you can't just jump in the air and start shooting and just use the reticle. You have to really aim in order to activate the hover. Well, then, once you kill a few people, um, while you're hovering, you get the 4th rank, and that slows time while you're hovering. So you go into, you jump up in the air, you aim at somebody, and now you're not only are you, floating in midair, but everything slows down. And so you just start, dumping bullets into them. You can move, while you're hovering in the air. So if you have multiple targets, you can jump up, shoot one, turn around, shoot another one, move to the other way, shoot another one. And it is super fun.
It's like Jet, maybe something like that.
Yeah, kind of, a little bit.
Nice.
Not quite as slow. I think Jet's a little slower.
Well, there's a reason they call it a jetpack.
Yeah, but
don't.
So that's been a lot of fun, and it's really gotten me to run around on the ground a lot more. So
Run around on the ground a lot more. Oh, so you keep
before everything I was doing was in space.
You're doing all ship hunting.
So much ship stuff.
Pirating this poor shipping space truckers.
There's a particular because I have Wanted. I've always got the bounty hunters. Well, once you get to a certain level, the bounty hunters have this really cool ship that you're not authorized to pilot. But in the bottom level of this ship, there's a brig, and there's always 2 ecliptics in the brig. So once you kill everybody, else on the ship, you still have those 2 guys. And so you can stand next to the door, because for whatever reason, the brig, they allow them to have guns in there. So
I take it that's not a usual thing.
Yeah. You don't typically give people in jail guns.
Not often,
and
unless you want
they
to
can
start
glitch
something.
they can glitch their gun through the door and shoot you.
That's
but
not nice.
if you stand next to them, on the other side of a solid wall, you can boost pack right there and knock them down and set them on fire. And so they can't even see where you're at, but they know that you're knocking them down and setting them on fire.
Now, have you set yourself on fire when exploding a boost pack or a jetpack?
No, it doesn't affect you.
See, I had it happen the other day, but it must have been the environment, because I was basically almost on top of it when I hit it and exploded. But it felt like there was a bit of a gaseous cloud too, so maybe it was more than just the pack. I was trying to figure it out.
Yeah, because you can see the ring expand out around you when you boost with the assault.
Oh no, that right. I mean, when you shoot a pack and it blows up on you.
Oh no. This is your pack. You're boosting, and when you boost, next to them,
just like a side effect in certain circumference.
It sets them on fire.
Yeah. Okay, so when you blow it up, you can set yourself on fire. That seemed to be the case.
Yeah. If you're standing too close to somebody that you've shot and exploded their jetpack, you will take damage for sure.
Definitely.
Is there a demolition expert-esque thing that will increase the radius of your damage of your jetpack?
I don't know that it'll affect that. It's hand grenades.
I just meant something, that'll increase the area of damage.
Yeah, I haven't tried with a power pack. So I definitely learned that you don't really want to try to do this when you're trying to level it up, where you're trying to knock people down and light them on fire. You don't want to do that when you're on a low G planet. because it's a proximity thing. You just hit the jetpack once and now you're 30 meters in the air, and your jetpack is having no effect on them.
Oh, because you're too high.
You're
above
too
them.
high up. Yeah.
It's got to hit them on the way down.
Yeah. So now they can still shoot you. So the next perk I'm going to be taking is chemist, because I need to start making med packs, because I'm going through a lot of med packs.
What seems to
Ouch.
affect the planet's gravitational rating most? Is it the makeup of the planet, the proximity to the center of its system?
The number on the chart.
Yeah,
Is there any pattern to it at all?
realistically size, the larger, the more mass a planet has, the more likely it is to have a high gravitational pull. But even if earthy or rocky, that's not always the case, because some are less dense than others. So obviously, less mass.
The gaseous giants or whatever.
Right. So it's, interestingly, the person who assigned that, Bruce Nesmith, was the one I mentioned there was a great interview with a week or two ago. But yeah, he went through and figured all that out. A lot of it is based in science. But yeah, if you see a larger planet, most likely it's going to have higher gravity most of the time.
All right.
So that was the focus of what I was doing most this past week.
All right, Ray. Pretty good. Hopefully you get a little bit more time next week. I'm sorry you only got more than most people get in a normal week.
Yeah. I need to get, I've only got about 270 items in my museum, in Solitude. Need to start getting, so those, I finally got the Crown of Baron Zaya, so now I have to just start getting some other stuff.
Damn that Baron Zaya.
I'm anticipating a No Man's Sky update next week.
Oh, did they drop an emoji?
Not yet.
He's just got that. You got that tingling feeling.
Got your spidey
Your
senses.
emoji senses are tingling.
Yeah. Well, that and the fact that there's activity in the experimental branch of the game. So,
that helps too.
so I'll be looking forward to that. Hopefully we'll get that on Wednesday. So.
Funny thing, Ray. One of the other groups that I'm in, the Ancient Gamers Guild, I was talking to someone about Fallout 4. They mentioned they were starting their 43rd playthrough on Fallout 4. And I'm like, impressive. I've got a lot of time, but that is more than I've done. And then they mentioned, I'm retired, so I have a lot of characters. I'm like, oh, yes, my podcast partner, Ray, is up there too. So we had a little bit of kibitzing about that. But yeah, the retired life, playing Fallout 4 is the thing to do.
Pish posh, 42. Ray is in the hundreds. There's 42 ain't
I know.
Close, man.
Well, but it's still an impressive number.
A very impressive compared to most. Mostly about the retired thing. I thought that was great.
Yeah, it definitely it's helpful.
I can't wait. I'm ready for retired video game time.
Yeah.
Hopefully video games still exist then. It'll be some weird form by then, I'm sure. We're playing it on our Google Glass, walking around in public looking like fools.
Yeah. If you have to walk around to play video games, I'm out.
As soon as you bring activity in. Well, there's that geocaching game that was kind of fun. I don't know if you ever got into anything like that.
No, too much walking.
Too much walking, yeah. I enjoyed that. I played that with Blake Greer, who used to do Earwash Show together back in the day. Oh, right, Ray. Thank you for your feedback there, sir. Jess, did you get a chance to play any video games this week? What you been doing?
I got no more sad. We're not coming with the sad violins this week, okay? Because I got myself some playtime.
Finally.
Here's the deal. After last show, I could not, I was thinking about it. I'm like, yeah, I can't wait anymore. Okay. I'm going to take Saturday off and actually play some Starfield. Actually, what I thought was I would go after the show, go downstairs, play some Starfield. But by the time I got down there, it was like 2:30 a.m. We had talked for a bit, we did this and that, and I'm there. I don't know that there's part of me that I didn't want to jump back in and then know that I would have to stop. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and Pugs was like, "No, Mama, not time for games."
Yeah, it's almost like teasing yourself too. Like when you know
Cuddle
you've got a
time.
lot to do and you've had it, I had 11, 12 days off and I really wanted to jump back in. But if I put those 3 hours in of actually playing, but then had to stop and couldn't keep going the next day, ugh. So I decided on Saturday, I am taking the whole day. I woke up, I did the important stuff. I did some dishes and all that. And I played Starfield, gosh, at least 8 to 10 hours on Saturday, and it was
Yeah.
glorious.
Nice.
Absolutely. So I did some Fallout gameplay. Fallout 76, the birthday challenge started on Tuesday, the 7th, and
The what you say?
the birthday suit challenge. And it's funny, unlike speculation at first, as we know, there is actually a literal suit you get in game. It would have been cute if we could have gotten a dress too, like different variations on it. But yeah, it's a suit, a
Or
bright yellow tie,
just a pair of underpants.
right?
We have the underpants already. Like put some like, I don't know, a funny birthday cake on your butt or something.
See, it could have been a birthday suit like that, but I think what it is, I mean,
on.
first of all, let's be honest. Fallout players, you know who you are, all you out there listening, have a reputation already for a little bit of depravity. I mean, not too far, but we like running around our tidy whities.
Who has the
And,
worst reputation, Skyrim or Fallout players? Come on.
Well, I would say, yeah, Skyrim players have they've got the big booby reputations and the, oh my goodness, Argonian, really? But
Sexy Argonian. The
But in
lusty
Fallout,
Argonian maid.
we're always running around in our dirty wasteland undies. So yeah, I feel like Bethesda just didn't want to. As funny as it would be, they probably didn't want to encourage more of that. But it's hilarious. I love the pun anyway, talking about birthday suit. But so that challenge started, and I didn't get a chance to do
Yes.
it Tuesday or Wednesday, but I did finish up all my prep for everything I needed to do for the parade coming up on Wednesday night. I finally finished. So Thursday, I got to jump in and do some serious play. So first thing I want to mention, the challenges, they don't work on a custom. It's one of those, sometimes there are certain things they decide you cannot do these on custom. If they're meant to encourage, I don't know, socialization, playing with other people,
I mean, it is a multiplayer game there.
It is. So good on them for encouraging that. And to be honest, they're all kind of fun things too. The only thing that's difficult about it is if you don't have Fallout First in a private server, when it's challenges for specific items, there can be a lot of competition. So for instance, speaking of Sulior, was having a lot of trouble milking cows. He was running along, he was grabbing all the udders, but they were dry.
Oh man! So the cows wouldn't produce for him just because everyone.
No, they've got that 15-minute cooldown, and they've been giving a lot of milk. But same with the possums. Possums will drop possum meat most of the time, but when you're killing the same
I thought you
possum
were
over
trying to
and
milk possums.
Yeah. It's like
no, there was no possum milk challenge. That would be different.
it's like Solior showed up. He's like, "Hey guys, I got all the possum milk and the Brahmin meat." And they're like, "Yeah."
Dude, that's gross.
You got that
Possum.
backwards. You got that backwards, buddy.
No wonder it wasn't working. But yeah, so when you're doing things that need to be looted, items need to be looted, and you're on a public server, when things respawn for you, sometimes they don't have the required item. That's the case when you got to harvest certain plants. Like if you're out there harvesting, a bunch of anything, glowing fungus or what have you. If it's the same pieces are harvested over and over, they're not going to keep producing. Mirelurk eggs is a big one when you got to get those. So on a public world with specific items, it can make it harder. So luckily I fall at first, so I'm able to do it on private for most of it. But yeah, some of the challenges were essentially put on your birthday suit and do things. Like collect Mothman eggs. That was an easy one. Ferment some alcohol. Now, that would be super easy on custom because you don't need to get the ingredients. But on regular, you have to go and you get on Billings, you harvest your corn and your razor grain and all that, and you got to make the alcohol and ferment it. But I got in, I did all those. It was a lot of fun. It only took maybe, I don't know, an hour and a half, 2 hours. Could have done it quicker, but I wasn't super focused. My biggest recommendation, if there are people who still haven't done the challenges who need to get them in quick, best area to do it once I actually got into the right server and jumped in to do it is Winter Mountain Sports. You can get almost everything. If you go there, one of the things you need is a cake pan, because the idea is you're gathering all the ingredients to build a cake, right? Bake a cake, build a cake. Yeah, you know where my head is.
You build it. Yes.
So you can get a cake pan right in the downstairs bar at Winter Mountain Sports, the diner. But you can also, all around it, you can get possums. There are possums kind of to the northeast. If you go to the back northeast corner and head over to the cliffs, there's a possum spot there with like 4 possums. That's the same area it sends you for the someone to talk to Fox quest, that daily with the Syringer. So you get possums there. Then, of course, there's a possum at the Green County Lodge. So really, you can get almost everything there. And then for the Mothman eggs and everything else you need, you can just go down by, Billings Farm, by the workshop. Go over, there's the Mothman eggs often at the Mothman cultists, and everything else you need is in the area. So that was fun. I mean, basically just those 2 areas I cleaned up.
Where'd you find the possum eggs?
There are, did I say possum eggs?
No.
They go great with possum milk. But yeah, the Mothman eggs. I mean, it's easy enough to grab them all over, But you can actually, if there aren't any with the cultists that spawn by the river, just go a little bit further down to the Kanawha Cemetery and kind of creep in, and there's a little lean-to hut with a bunch of Mothman eggs there.
Oh, nice. That's smart. I don't like that they removed them from down at the water there. Now you kind of have to go up into town to get some eggs.
I feel like they can occasionally be there.
Oh, do they still? Okay.
When the Mothman, how sometimes there's a Mothman there, sometimes there isn't. Yeah. I was thinking that maybe sometimes they spawn when the Mothman does, but I'm not sure.
Sure, that makes sense. Usually for me, it's always those 3 guys worshiping.
And no eggs at all?
No eggs,
Mothman?
Generally. You got to go up to the statue or find something else.
Yeah, there's always a chance, and the nighttime at any of those spawn points of a Mothman being there. But yeah, Kanawha Cemetery, just go right down, and there are some in the lean-to. So possum meat, milk in the Brahmin, plenty of Brahmin there. I did not have trouble. Apparently, I warmed my hands first. The Brahmin were very giving.
They appreciate that.
Mm-hmm. And my alcohol fermented no problem. You only need to do, I think, 3. And of course, you can fit. I don't know about you guys. Do you guys play with the alcohol system at all? Like,
no. I've got a character that's all they did was collect Biv recipes.
Oh, man.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Because I enjoyed getting the Biv recipes at the time, but then I didn't really do any of my own fermenting. I'd make stuff, but I wouldn't do the whole fermentable this and that. But it's not bad. As long as I get the ingredients, it's not bad at all.
Yeah, because there used to be challenges where you needed to, drink 10 beers or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And whenever that would come up, I would, jump into that character, and there was always a plethora of alcoholic beverages to consume in that camp.
Very nice. Yeah, I'll often just hit one of the bars, and I keep them obviously in my stash when I get them. But that's a smart way to do it. So yeah, for cake pan, like I said, Winter Mountain Sports. I mean, but like Stolera mentions in chat, the Overseer's house. I mean, the Overseer's house will always have one for you once you get in there, because it's an instance. So everything in there will pop in unless you recently looted it. Other really common locations to get cake pans, there are some in the White Springs Mall. You can often buy them from people you're buying from. Same with sugar and spice. So the other challenge was get sugar and spice. And of course, those are in kitchens. But it actually counts if you craft it. So just if you go to Flatwoods, run along the river, or like I said, over by Billings, run along the river, just grab all those snaptails, and then go to any cooking station and boom, 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 just knock out some sugar right there. It'll count.
Yeah.
So
there's always a couple of them in the Slocum Joe's in Lexington.
That's a good one too. Lexington? That's not going to count for the challenge, Ray.
Nope.
But it works perfectly fine for your scoretirement. So that was my Fallout play, really, just birthday stuffs. And then, of course,
nice.
jumped into some Starfield too. Like I said, mostly last weekend. I didn't get to play as much as I wanted this week, but this weekend again, hopefully I get some good Starfield time. I'm excited.
Sweet.
Mm-hmm. Jumping back on my character there, Gemma, when I had left her before that 12-day hiatus, she was at the Red Mile. I had just gotten to the Red Mile and had done the course once, but hadn't really done much exploring. I got some good pictures. And so I went there and I finished up everything at the Red Mile. I did the basic quests and continued the ranger missions because I had been on them, but I only got as far as that. That's the fun quest chain when you go through. I'm not going to spoil anything really, but you go to a couple different planets still. Even after that, you meet various people. There are some cool locations. There is a pretty intense ship battle towards the end. So people had often talked. I'd seen in chat a few times. Like I was following this quest line. I ran into a ship battle I just can't beat. Well, one of the two places that was obviously there's one on the main quest that is a real big deal. And then there is on this quest line, there's a pretty big ship battle before you can actually land on the ground and finish off the person you need to finish off. But of course, since I do a lot of ship battles, just like Ray, that was not really an issue. So got through, finished that, another achievement down, very happy.
How many are you keeping an account on your achievements? Are you?
I'd have to pull them up to tell you how many I have left. I'm over halfway. I'm probably in the 600 out of 1,000 range.
Oh my lord, 1,000?
Well, no, points, gamer score.
Okay.
Points.
I was like, 1,000 achievements? Holy fuck.
Yeah, that would be awesome. No. But, I'm watching where I am. So, like, I don't have the organic and inorganic resources yet, but I'm at like 370 organic and like, I don't know, maybe 280 inorganic, like that general area. So I am watching them. But one of these days, I'm just going to, when I have time, jump on a planet for 2-3 hours, grab my scanner and finish those up.
Sweet.
Yeah, actually, if I want to take the time, there is a bit of a not cheat, but a shortcut. You can go to like any of the major farms, like the farm over on Montara Luna, the Wagoner farm, I think it is. And they grow crops there. So there's a good 15-20 crops there at least that you can just get for organic resources. Then if you sleep long enough for them to grow back, wait long enough, but I haven't been back to do it again yet. But hopefully they grew back. And inorganic, you just have to mine, do a lot of mining on planets and such. So that'll be good. A couple other achievements I'm excited about. I want to get them all. And once I do, then I can play out with some mods a little bit, which that'll also be awesome. But until I get them all, I cannot.
Is there one that's like the equivalent of collect 100,000 space arcade tickets?
No, the 500 organic and inorganic is close. Like the 500 organic, I think less than 3% of people have. The cargo links, the 5 cargo links is actually really low too. There are a few. The land on, you have to visit 100 systems. Actually, what is the achievement? So the achievement is land on 100 planets and visit all star systems, which actually works out to 120 because technically in the game, there's 121, including the Unity at the end. Which is, counts as another system, which of course I haven't been to because I'm nowhere near there. But what happens is it only counts the number you visit. So if you go into New Game Plus on a same character and you've done, say, 70 star systems in the first playthrough, you get another 50 in there to make 120 total and the achievement will pop. So you don't actually have to be to every system. You just have to hit the amount that would be all the systems. So I thought that's an interesting fact, but I'm not there yet. So yeah, besides finishing the Ranger quest, which I did, which was awesome, I then said, oh, the Red Mile was kind of fun. It's not that hard when you're, in your 50s. It's actually pretty simple. So it's more of a challenge to see how fast you can do it. And also there are neat characters there, like Reese Donovan, the record holder, the winner there. So I thought he was a bit of a, shall I say, prick, pardon me. And he's really cocky and he wants you to buy him like a runner's rush and stuff. But after you win a race or two and you listen to more of his dialogue, he's actually kind of interesting. You know what I mean? Like he has some good chat with people and he mentions that, someone's like, well, I see you sometimes go back to your room because he's got a room at the place that he rents and with fans and like, ooh. And he's like, I would never take advantage. of my reputation that way, unless we have something happening. And he's like, but I am waiting for that special someone who, one of these days, a worthy challenge. And I'm like, I wonder if I beat his record or get close to his record, is he going to start flirting with me? Like, I don't know. Is this an option?
Can romance him then.
Yeah. So anyway, I wanted to see what started happening. So I ran the red mile multiple times. I've only done 5 or 6 now. 5, I think. Yeah, I saved before doing the 6. But you can see the number increase on the record board, the scoreboard all the time. And every time you do it, you get about 4,000 credits. I almost said caps. About 4,000 credits. You get ammo. You get a couple of 8 items, which, by the way, I keep breaking my ankle doing it. So don't jump downhill, people. Gravity is not your friend in that situation. 8 items, and then you get pretty much a legendary item every time. So I was doing that, but I slowed down because I'm like, okay, this is fun. And I'm getting to where I can do it pretty quick, 6 minutes to run the whole thing, get back, and then fast travel, then go back in so that you can do it again. Maybe 8 minutes, 6 to 8 minutes. But I'm like, what happened? So I did look it up. And while there weren't anything specific on any dialogue changes, which is what I'm more interested in, they did say for the rewards, when you beat the record, there is a fixed reward for a weapon you get. And it looks good, but not really great for my character. So I don't know if I'm going to continue or not. I probably will.
Love it when they dangle a carrot. You're like, yeah, so what?
I like, it was the unknown that was pulling me forward. And I still don't know with the dialogue. So I may still do it, like I said. But yeah, when I looked up and people were like, yeah, the actual reward for hitting there, because there is one, is underwhelming. So it's those kind of things where sometimes not knowing, you have to keep exploring. But once you know, you're like, okay. And you don't really bother finishing.
All right. I've seen it.
Which is why, too many spoilers aren't cool, because it can affect you that way too, depending on what you're doing. But yeah, so that was my basic gameplay. I did want to mention, so, I am still obviously playing with ships, and I did add, you can get, at the Red Mile, you can get shielded cargo, which is great. Like, you can get a scan. What is it called, Ray? Do you remember the scan blocker thingy?
I think they're just
maybe a jammer.
Yeah, multi-channel.
Yes, multi-channel scan jammer. So I got a couple of those put on my ship, and then I got some shielded cargo. Got a couple. It's funny. They look like regular cargo, but they have less space, but it's shielded, so you can do contraband. Well, I'm in there, and I'm getting that all set up, and I exit the shipbuilder, and right when I do that, I get the big old pop-up. Sam would like to speak with you. I'm like, Sam, wait, what? And yeah, so I'm like, am I in trouble? I was positive he was going to lecture me, be like, you're not going to be doing any of this smuggling with Cora on the ship. I just want to have you know. So I went, I'm like, Sam, what's going on? He's back on the ship. I was, by the way, running the Red Mile. Do it without companions. Easier that way. You don't need to worry about dragging their ass along with you.
I lost him when I did it the last time. It wasn't until I took off in the ship that he showed back up.
They can get very distracted and confused with all that whole scenario there. It's a bit of a maze. Plus, I've heard from some people that they even get aggressive with sometimes patrons on the bar if they're not actually with you, which I didn't see that, but it's a worry. But yeah, so I went to Mr. Sam Coe, and no, he was fine with the smuggling. He's like, yeah, do your thing, Jess, all good. But he would want to talk to me about finishing the ranger quest and how I did that. So whenever you finish one of the major faction quests, all your companions want to talk to you. Some of them right away, like the one who's with you usually right away. Then the others kind of trickle in. So, Sam and Sarah and Andreja and all that. So I had that with the UC Vanguard quest line. Now I had it with the Ranger quest line. And I think it's going to happen with some major story points too. But yeah, long story short, after doing all that, I'm finally going to Neon with Walter, which I think I said I was going to do, last time. But hey, make him wait. I got other things to do. It's fine. I was just putting off having the Starborn show up. And I think after I do stuff with Walter is when they're going to start showing up. So
Neon's pretty.
Neon is pretty. I like it, that I've done. But that's it. I also put down in my notes something about a sale. But yeah, there is a There's an indie game and a simulation game sale on Xbox right now. There were some cool games. I wrote it down to mention, but I didn't end up picking anything up. So no specific recommendations. That's what I've been up to. How about you, Andrew? Was it a game filled week for you? Did you get 25 plus hours like Ray?
No Baldur's Gate.
So I did mention last week that we have maybe a release date on December 6th or so, like just rumored because it was mentioned by people in Reset Era and corroborated by somebody. But I do want to mention again, that's just a rumor because after the show the next day, someone from the actual Baldur's Gate team mentioned we haven't made any official announcements yet. Just they have to say that, of course. But still, it did make me think, yeah, just a rumor. I want to make sure people know that. Anyway, how about you, Andrew? Baldur's Gate?
Yeah, I played a ton of Baldur's Gate 3.
Oh,
Just
so
all,
jelly.
Just all over it. No, I played, did I get 25 hours of Fallout Shelter in? I might have.
Dude.
No. Who knows? Maybe. No, it's probably like 6 hours. Let's see. Special count, I think we're up to about 7, maybe 8. Full special super dwellers, where you start them at level 1 and then you put them in that level E7 suit and then let them level up to 50. It'll give them the highest hit points and all the best stats and stuff. So I'm up to 7 of those, and I think last time I mentioned rerouting the top floor so that my people in my strength room kept getting killed by death claws when they would come in. But I rerouted that top floor and everything sounded a lot better now there.
Beautiful.
I did have a couple of sleepy dweller deaths last night when I was playing. I was out, upstairs in bed and like playing some shelter before going to bed, and they're all out on a mission, and I've got some of the high leveled, like maybe I think I may have lost 1 or 2 of my perfect special guys already. But
I hope not.
I don't know. I need to go back and double check and see who it was. So I'm like, drifting off as I'm playing, and then I'm like, no, I'm fine. I can play one more room. And then, I wake up 5 minutes later with one of my, people dead. And I'm like, fuck, I think that was one of the good ones.
I mean, I do that in the ship builder, as you know, and the build menu, but yeah, don't do it when you're like doing something urgent.
I'm just like, I could do one more room. I could make it. I could not fall asleep. Perfect. Other than that, I did want to play some Fallout 76, so I popped that on, and I was like, oh, this fun birthday event thing, cool, let's see what that's all about. I saw a post on Facebook or something. I was like, Fallout's posting about their birthday suit. Oh yeah, Jess was talking about that. I'm gonna go see what that's up. So I went and download the suit. Go build it at your bench, and then it's a cute suit. I liked it a lot.
I like it. Mm-hmm.
That's fun little things on it there. And then I was like, okay, so what do we do? So I went to the quests, like the daily challenges, and I'm like, all right, nothing birthday suit themed there. So I went to the weekly ones. I'm like,
you found them, right?
Nothing birthday suit themed there either. What is this? This is weird. But if you scroll down into the events tab, then you see all but it took me an embarrassingly long time to figure out where the hell are these birthday things? I just thought, maybe I just do the daily challenges in the birthday suit. They didn't make that clear, but sometimes they don't make stuff clear.
Yeah, they usually just toss 2 or 3 in with the regular challenges. And you're like, oh, got a trick or treat. Some of the regular challenges. But yeah, the list was big enough. They gave it its own area.
Yep. I enjoyed it. I didn't pound them all out in one afternoon or session. It took me a couple of different play sessions to get all. It was basically the possum meat that was the thing getting me, and the Brahmin milk. But
Mhm.
found in Flatwoods. Got those Brahmin there by the Cookie's house. And then there's the possum out back behind the theater, and then by the fire pit, and then there's another one that I didn't even know about until this challenge. But there's around the corner and down sort of like the back alley behind that same building is another one. It's like, oh man, that would have made it so much easier had I known this. But it took a little bit of hopping, a little bit of going to the private world.
It is easier there. Same
yeah.
stuff, but less picked over.
Yeah, so that was fun to get some 76 time. And you mentioned Biv earlier. I was gonna say Biv was my sort of like, I want to play some Fallout, but I don't know what I'm gonna do when I hop in. I would be checking in with Biv. He was like a good, long term project. You know what I mean? It's not like you got your daily challenges and all that, of course, but like it's good to have a really long term project, like the Pioneer Badge Scouts and stuff like that, or the Scout badges, that sort of stuff is always fun to have a nice long term project to come back and play. I need to get those badges on my new character that just hit 650 the other day.
Yeah, right. Yeah, got to get some of those badges.
I got them on
there's
older characters.
The Vinny quest too. The Vinny Costa quest, like seven days of dailies to do. There's a lot of little repeating things like that to collect.
Birthday event I think went well. The second week there's another round of it, right? And they're different.
Going to be different ones.
Okay.
So did you get a look
rewards.
at your hat?
No, I haven't actually gone in and looked at any of the stuff yet, but I heard Eric said that the cake you get is a cake that spawns new cakes.
It is a cake spawning cake. Well, it's the same cake as they have in Fallout 3. It looks just like the cake that in the beginning of Fallout 3 when you're growing up for your 10th birthday.
That gets smashed. Oh.
Mhm.
Oh, spoiler. Sorry, spoiler. For the opening scene of Fallout 3.
But yeah, the hat looks great. Matches the suit with a little bit of a tuft. The cake is cool. The Sugar Bomb's fridge is cool. The Nuka-Shine fermenter, I love. It is a cool looking item. So yeah, next week we're getting a bunch of new things. Let's see. We already got the boxes. We're going to get a rug. We're going to get a busted Gek, which, okay, that's cool.
Busted Gek, nice.
Some cool wallpaper. Yeah, good stuff.
Busted Gek was my favorite punk band in the 90s. Let's see. Other than that, I was just thinking about starting Starfield over again. So,
Like on New Game Plus, like with your character like that, or just completely fresh?
No. Just re-rolling and sort of don't beeline the main story with
it makes sense because that's
stuff.
Almost all you did on your character, right?
Yeah, I didn't do any side stuff basically. So I want to sort of do all your guys' piratey stuff where you're stealing ships and going on adventures other than with Sarah. No offense to Sarah, she's fine, but I don't like it when they glom on. You know
a lot of people think she's pretty fine.
Oh really?
She's got a fan club. It's one of those things that she does like, yeah. I think.
But your guys' chatter, I know I haven't played it in it's been at least a month now since I've probably played it. But your guys' chat always makes me want to go play it.
Yeah, you played 2 weeks on, 2 weeks off, where you didn't want to go back. Then 1 week on, and then it's been like a month.
It broke my heart, Jess.
Oh, so sorry.
No, it's quite all right. All right, I think that's basically my gameplay. Oh, no, Mo and I have been playing tons of Nintendo Switch recently, which is a total blast. Mario Party we played for a couple nights in a row. Mario Party is just a really, really good,
so fun.
Fun group game, and really Mo's really into it. And hopping around doing the mini games stuff. Always a really good time. Let's see what. Mo wanted to play some Skyrim, so he had the Switch and he was playing Skyrim and running around and doing stuff. And he came back and he said, "Papa," I said, "Yeah, what's up?" "I was bad." I'm like, "Uh-oh, what'd you do?" Like, "Have you ever killed the chicken in Riverwood?" I was like, "No, you didn't."
Oh no!
I was like, there's like a running joke about doing that on the Skyrim on their podcast group, buddy. That's hilarious that you did that. Like, that's everyone loves killing that chicken and getting the whole town peeved at him. But it's just sort of I thought it was a funny sort of Skyrim rite of passage. You know what I mean? Like, you haven't really played the game until you've killed the Riverwood chicken.
That's great.
Oh, and we've watched the Mario movie like 3 times this week. I don't know why. My kid loves it. All right.
That's what they do.
That's what they do. They watch it over and over again. So that was my gameplay. We've got some game time and iguana bits to get into. So, Jess, did you want to roll out your edition of Pigcorn? Did you want to play a little round?
Yeah, let's do a pigcorn. So this is my very first pigcorn.
All right, let's roll into game time.
What time is it? Game time!
Pigcorn?
So we always make Andrew do the pigcorns because he came up with it, and I love it. But I figured it was time for me to try one too because it seems like fun. So I don't know; these are a little different. So. Andrew, what did you say?
I said I'm excited for this. I always make the games. I hardly ever get to play the games. This is awesome.
That was my thought, that you'd enjoy playing.
Yeah, absolutely. Good thought.
So let's go. So this is going to be Pigcorn Fallout character edition. Okay. So these are all pigcorns of characters across the Fallout games. So
Oh no, this is gonna be tough.
I'm cruel like that. So Fallout 3, New Vegas, 4, and 76. But they are well-known characters in the games. Okay. I'm not going for like...
For whom?
Well, that is fair too. But this is not an NPCs. Name the NPCs in the White Spring Challenge. There's no Mr. Burke on here. Or,
Thank the Lord. So that's something I would do to you guys.
Yes, it is. Okay, so warm up. Here we go. There are 12. I don't know how many pigcorns you usually do, Andrew. Does that seem like a good number?
I don't know. It's usually I pick a category that like I would do for like a Scream list or something, and then I try to make it a reasonable length. But how many ever answers there are in that Scream list is what I use to like. That and a thesaurus to produce my pigcorn list. How did you put yours together?
Oh, I just thought of characters that I could think of, and then I made pigcorns from them.
Nice.
So I did. You'll see when you get there. There is maybe not quite a standard pigcorn. Some of them might be a little
standard pigcorn.
Because how do you do a name? Like, it's not like an object where there's another word for an object sometimes.
Right.
So sometimes I broke a name into parts to create them.
Oh boy. All
yeah.
Right. Let's do it.
This is going to be awful. Let's go. Okay. So first up, this will be our first one. Maybe slightly easier, hopefully. So think major characters.
We buzzing in with our names. Is this how this works?
Yes, buzz in with your name. I'd say shout out, but right now with the mic, I can't always hear you when you do. So buzz in with your name.
How dare.
So flautist.
Oh, Andrew?
Yes.
Piper?
Nice.
Well played.
And there was much rejoicing.
Scramble to the sound effects.
Number 2. Trinity Pooch.
Andrew.
Andrew?
3 dog.
3 dog. Good job. Well done.
And there was much rejoicing.
Yay. I'm not going to do that every time. Sorry.
I mean, I've got my claps and I've got my, my chime and all that too, but we won't do it every time. Okay. Okay. Those were maybe a little bit easier. Let's go a little bit harder.
Easy, she says.
The high prophet. The high prophet. I can give you another picorn for them, maybe if it's too complicated. I will say this is the first one where I'm breaking the name down.
So I'll go the Ray.
Ray?
Tectus?
No. That would not be a pigcorn.
The high confessor.
But he is a high prophet.
Yeah.
So high
I'm thinking like tall. Is there a tall
prophet. To help you figure out how I'm doing this, I'll give you a separate picorn. Above psychic.
Above psychic. I'm not gathering it. Sorry.
Overseer?
Yes, the
above
overseer.
psychic. Okay, great. Good job.
I like the sound of the high prophet better, which is why I did it. But yeah. Okay. Picorn number 4. Enigmatic outsider.
Ray?
Mysterious
stranger?
Yes.
Good job. That's a good one.
Very good. Mysterious stranger it is. Okay. Here's a good one. Fist rooster.
Not touching that one.
Here they come to fist the rooster.
Never on a
Fist
first date.
rooster.
Hancock. Andrew Hancock.
Yes, Andrew, you got it. Hancock. Good job. Well done.
The Fist Rooster. We're changing the game name now.
Okay. Steely cloak. Steely cloak.
Ray? Silver Shroud.
Well played. Good job, Ray.
Yep, good one.
Indeed, the Silver Shroud. Okay. Got a few more. We're about halfway through. Okay, let's see. Is that one hard? Yeah, let's do an easier one first, maybe.
Uh-oh.
Okay, this one's different. I think you'll get it. Crimson Blossom. Or maybe a Carmine Blossom. I like the sound of that better.
Carmine? What you got, Ray? Carmine Blossom?
Reddish Bloom.
Oh, Rose of Sharon Cassidy.
There you go. I was actually thinking Rose to Robit, but yes, Rose of Sharon Cassidy works too. Beautiful. Give it to Ray. Awesome. Okay. Fish value. Fish value.
These are excellent.
Pretty proud of this one. This might be my favorite.
Oh, Andrew.
Andrew?
Codsworth.
Woohoo!
Nice.
God.
Well played, Andrew. Well played. Beautiful. Okay. Codsworth.
That's funny.
Got a couple more to go. We are almost done. Here's one. Champion Boogie. Champion Boogie Down.
Oh, I should buzz if I can remember.
Silly has it in chat. But he hit it. He didn't actually say it. Say it. Okay.
Ray, Ray, I'll give it to you. I can't remember his rank. What was Dance's? Was he Paladin? No. What was Dance?
Yes.
What was
Paladin
he?
dance.
Was it
Andrew, you'll get
Paladin?
it.
Okay.
If you just said dance, I would have given it to you. It's fine if you don't
Yeah, I was
know.
trying to remember his rank. That was good. That's the only thing I couldn't remember. I was like, what the fuck was he?
You were
Wasn't
like champion dance. Wait, no, that's not right.
Knight?
Yeah.
He wasn't a knight, was he? They're all knights.
Nope. Champion boogie. A favorite guy from the BOS. The BOS loves the boogie, you know? Okay.
That's what
We've
I think
got-
when I think BOS. I think boogie.
Exactly. 3 to go. 3 to go. Okay. This one might be too hard, but then again, it might be a giveaway. Cut, sweetheart. Cut, sweetheart.
Oh, Andrew.
Andrew?
Nick, as in cut, Valentine, sweetheart.
Beautiful. Correct.
Sweet.
Yeah, with Nick, I almost did stealing, like steal, like Nick something.
Oh, there's no way I would have made that connection.
Yeah, and I also did Steely for the Silver Shroud. So I'm like, I gotta change it up. Okay, 2 left. These could be tough ones.
Uh-oh.
Slander Cyborg. Slander Cyborg.
What you got, Ray? Come on. We can put our heads together and get this one right. Cyborg part's got to be bot, right? It's got the end word's got to be someone bot. No.
Rude Droid.
Rude boys back. Rude droids back in jail. Rude droid.
Oh, is it Insult Bot?
Yes, Ray with it. Good job, Ray. And just for that, I'm going to play you my old Insult Bot jingle. Here he comes. Yeah, he's a lot. Kind of a dick. It's Insult Bot.
Yay.
Kind of a dick. It's Insult Bot. You got it. Last one. Last one for y'all.
Kind of a dick.
I used to play that jingle on stream when people redeem the Insult Bot redemption.
Oh, that's funny.
Okay. Dude dwelling.
Dude dwelling.
Dude dwelling. He kind of ties the game together.
That rug really tied the room together, did it not?
This rug I have, it really tied the room together.
Mr. House.
She's doing
Yes, Mr.
Oh.
House for Ray. Good job, you guys. Oh my gosh, that was
That was good.
amazing. Let's see where we are at. We have for Andrew 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What is it? A tie? Ray 1, 2, 3, 4. You guys tied. Well
Nice.
played. Well done.
All right. That's the way we planned it.
There you go. Thank you for playing Fist Rooster.
Fist Rooster.
You like the animal ones.
Oh. No animals were harmed in the recording of this podcast, I swear. All right, you guys, let's go ahead and check in with some feedback that we've got in from Solior here. He wrote us in to let us know what he has been up to recently.
We make feedback. Hello, fellow Wastelanders, and yes, Spacelanders. Eric, aka Silior here, and I thought I'd give you guys another update as to what I've been doing lately. So, yeah, let's start with Starfield. Honestly, I haven't played a ton of Starfield lately. It's been on a bit of a hiatus, mainly because of the 76 events going on, but I'll get into those here in a minute. But yeah, let's start with Starfield. Done a little bit of the Crimson Fleet story, not a ton. That's not what I'm doing. Jess mentioned on the show last week that I had a bit of a bug with New Atlantis. I'm sorry, not bug, feature. But yeah, part of the spaceport is missing the planet surface is still there, so you can watch people like spawn there or whatever and then fall to the ground, like the planet's surface where the pavement should be. It's kind of funny. I actually showed that on stream recently, so yeah. Other than that, I got married to Andrasia, and I've mainly been focusing on the constellation quests so I can see if going New Game Plus will fix that. I'm still a little bit away from that, but I think I'll be there sooner rather than later. I did the quest to design a ship for Walter's team, the Stroud Eklund, so that's fun. I've been flying around with that ship a little bit. I need to upgrade it, because why the hell does a fighter ship not come with weapons? That seems kind of bizarre to me, but anyway. Played a little bit with my streaming character on the stream. I've been playing a little bit of both when I do stream Starfield, so that's been fun. Yeah, always fun running around with Captain. Yeah. I mentioned the last time I sent one in that I love the Ghostbusters game. Wanted to play a little bit of that around Halloween. That was fun. Always love playing the Ghostbusters game. And yeah, now we have a trailer for a new Ghostbusters movie coming out soon, so that's going to be a lot of fun. Looking forward to that. And we recently had in 7 days, so I started playing Mass Effect Andromeda again. I've mentioned when I've guested on the show before that I have a very bad habit of starting a game, playing it obsessively, and then getting burnt out. And unfortunately, Andromeda was victim of that. But yeah, I now have the bug to play that again, so I'm going to keep playing Andromeda, and hopefully I'll finish it soon. So that's been great. Still playing Starfield with Charo's streams, along with Jess and Nuclear Mushroom. Gonna actually be playing that this Sunday as I'm recording this on November 9th. Yeah, gonna be playing a little bit more Redfall with them. It's always a blast hanging out with them and blowing shit up with Jess, Boom Crew. Yes. Alright, so let's get to Fallout 76. I'm already over 3 minutes into this, but hey, you know how my feedbacks go. So, yeah, I've been playing a lot more 76 lately. I've been on Scorecation forever, but as I mentioned last time, I built a spooky camp, and I've had a lot of fun showing that off. I'm going to keep that in my back pocket. I'm not going to scrap that camp. It was a lot of fun building that and showing it off, and yeah, I'm going to keep it. So, yeah, I've been playing 76 a lot more. I did the events. I got most of the rewards. Oh, I should mention, I've not only been playing 76 quite a bit on Xbox, but I'm now playing a lot on PC as well. I've been doing the events. I got pretty much all of the rewards on Xbox, but with my character just now reaching level 50 on PC, I was getting a lot of older stuff. I think I did get a couple of the paper lantern plans, but most of it was old plans and a lot of duplicates, which was frustrating as hell, but whatever. And with the birthday event, I did get rewards, all the rewards for both platforms, so that was fun. Frustrating with trying to actually find Brahmin that haven't been milked, but what can you do? I mentioned this on Tapes of the Way, so I probably won't go into too much detail here, but yeah, I've just been a lot more social with 76 lately, and that's one of the reasons why I've been playing on PC a lot more, is because there are a lot of people who play on PC that don't play on Xbox now. If only I can get my hands on a PlayStation. But it's been really great running around with a lot of the community members lately. I will tell one story here. So I popped in the world, found that I was in the same server as Captain Mal. So I was like, oh, hey, I'm going to go say hi to Captain Mal. And so I fast traveled there, and I'm running around, I'm waving at him, and then I turn around and run right into Jess. And I'm like, oh, shit. I think I know what this is. And sure enough, she invites me to a party chat and says, Hey, Eric, can you get the hell out of my shot? I'm trying to record this. Go take a nap or something. I'm just kidding, but well, I mean that's basically what the message was. But yeah, sorry for crashing the party. But it was great running into all of them. Sorry for getting in your shot, Jess, and making your editing job that much harder. And it was fun running into your AFK character when you were handing out candy. But yeah, I did say this on Tapes of the Waste. If you guys ever see me on, feel free to stop by. It's been really great seeing so many people of the community in the game lately. Whenever I feel like I'm not having the best day, it's always fun running into community members and having a good time with them. So anyway, that is what has been going on with me, so I hope to see you all in the wasteland.
I love the idea of the spaceport not being there, and every time you load in, all the people walking around just like start, and then boom, 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 everyone just falls from the sky.
Yeah, it's got to be pretty frustrating because there are certain things you can't do, but it's a known feature that's been reported, but I've heard about it from a number of people. Also, for the record, I feel like I kind of have to clear up certain things that were just said. So you might have heard that he jumped in while I was recording, while I was recording a float, and I invited him to a chat. So see, I was social. I did invite him in, but then I did say, "Hey, can you stand back there? I'm shooting."
Hi, welcome.
The other language
chat.
didn't happen.
Hi, welcome to the chat. I'm being social. Could you please get the fuck out?
Feel free to hang, but can you stand over by the tree? Thank you. Yeah, exactly. Polite like that. That's who I am. But no, I think one of the great things about 76 that we talked about, there are still people who playing more and more, but it takes a while to get more and more social. You know what I mean? Like you stay with your group of friends, but slowly that expands. And obviously that's been happening for Eric a bit lately. And a few others, who have been playing 76 for a while, but only recently started playing with other people a lot. And I think that's awesome.
Absolutely. All right. We had a little feedback there. Thank you, Eric. Always welcome, and enjoy hearing your updates about what you're getting into. Everyone, please check out Tapes from the Wastes for Eric's Fallout-related podcast.
Yeah, while we're talking about that, I'll quickly mention he did go over the Q&A. So we're about to get into Iguana Bits, I think, Andrew?
Nice. Yeah, absolutely.
So to get that out of the way, I will mention the Q&A that I thought happened this week, but of course was corrected. Actually happened last Thursday. He went over quite in depth on Tapes from the Waste. So if you're curious about that, you check it out. For us right now, it is double XP weekend in Fallout 76. Yes, you cannot help but level up. I went in to do birthday stuff like I was talking about, and I leveled up. It's a beautiful thing.
Man, I haven't cared about double XP weekend in so long. You know how pumped I used to get for double XP weekend?
We all did.
God,
we all did.
It was an event, man.
New cards, watching that number go up, getting more powerful. Then you hit level 250, 300, and you just don't care so much anymore.
You know what I was reminiscing fondly about the other day was doing the raw ingredient runs to make the stuff from the blast zones where you go and you kill all the ghouls.
Yes,
and
getting flux.
The flux stuff. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, getting all the raw flux.
We get all the flux together, then you build the stuff, and then you make the serums, and then you do the things. It's like, oh, I haven't cared about that in a couple years now, it seems.
Well, because it's different. We used to have to go grab the stabilizing components, You'd get the radioactive fluids, and what's the other one?
I don't know, there are 3 of those sons of bitches.
I mean, there are really only 2 you need to stabilize. But yeah, you get the flux, then you get the radioactive fluids, and you get, I don't know, the chonky ghoul nuggets or whatever it is.
That's right. You had to stabilize it, else it would rot in your pocket. I forgot about that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God. What a pain in the neck that shit was. I'm sitting here reminiscing fondly. You reminded me of all the horrible details about it. So, no.
You're welcome.
I'm
You don't really miss it.
to
And you can
death
still do
with
great
that
queen
shit.
fights. Yeah, get XP and all that. I mean,
Yeah.
the reason it changed more than anything, I think, is because we get, actual solid flux for doing things more now. So if you're attending queen fights, you're building up, the violet and the crimson and the yellow and the different fluxes.
That is true. I haven't done a queen fight in quite a while now that you mention it.
Yeah, if you need flux to build, you'll start to run out. But there's not a ton you need flux for either. Once you've crafted serums, obviously, if you're doing a lot of serums, you do. Some of the highest level armor stuff, and of course your radiation arch.
Rad arch, right? Is there like some power armor stuff you need it for or anything? I don't remember.
Yeah, I'm sure there are. I imagine some of the highest level mods you do. And maybe even some of the, later game power armor, but we're not really power armor players.
Ray's like, what game are you talking about?
Exactly. So yeah, double XP right now though. And I mean, I care a little bit until I hit level 300, which yes, 5 years in, officially 5 years, still not level 300 on my main, but I'm close.
Well, then that just means they need to rebalance the XP you get from building, because you should get a similar amount of XP doing what you're doing in the game as other people get what they're doing if they're going off adventuring. If you're building, your building should count just as much as their adventuring should.
Yeah,
so.
It counts a little bit, but not very much. Not very much. If I hit 4,000 hours before I'm level 300, I don't even know what I'm doing with my life, but we're not there yet.
I haven't checked my hour count in a good long time for 76. I wonder if I'm up over in that ballpark.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm at around 3,200 on Xbox right now. I'm over 3,000, but all systems together, probably no more than 3,500. So I've got a little ways to go.
That was Ray's last weekend.
No, he
3,600 hours in a weekend, man.
Only 2,500. Okay, he's holding back.
Burning through the weekend.
But yeah, so that is happening, and obviously not everybody is at where we are and no longer cares about levels as much. And like I said, it's worth getting. And up until you're level 300, you haven't really maximized your character, because obviously, between 100 150, you can really lock in your build, get all the perks, get stuff worked out. Then, after that, you start grinding for the best equipment that you really want for that build. But by the time you hit 200, you're probably there on almost everything. And after that, it's just getting so you can get that last legendary perk.
Yeah, right. The legendary up top of the screen. I was like, legendary perks.
Yep, the last one comes at 300. So I also want to shout out that it is Fallout 4's 8th birthday today. Yes, 8 years ago today.
Oh.
Fallout 4 released. And I mean, I just want to say, Fallout 4, I love you, but catch up. The show's been going on for 8.5 years, okay?
Oh, damn.
Like, we're older than you. Come on, catch up. Keep up.
A mama tomato, papa tomato, and a baby tomato.
But yeah, 8 years. It's funny because that means, Fallout 76 hitting 5 years has been out longer than the time between Fallout 4 and 76 by far, by 2 years at this point. And that just kind of boggles my mind, because it felt like more than 3 years. Like when you look at the past, it felt like there was a good chunk of time between Fallout 4 coming out and 76.
Yeah, it felt like forever.
Right. I mean, where's our next Fallout game? We only had to wait 3 years. I'm greedy.
We have to wait for Skyrim 2 Electric Boogaloo to come out first, and then after that, I assume Fallout's next, right?
Not Skyrim 2. It's Skyrim 6. Eat a bag of dick. No, I'm sorry. I'm trying to come up with a rhyme, but yeah, soon enough, hopefully.
Skyrim 6. Where was I for 2 through 5? Yeah. Happy birthday, Fallout 4. That means our podcast is 8.5 years old or something like that, right?
For real. And yeah, okay, Elder Scrolls 6. You're right, it would be Skyrim 2. See, you were right. Morrowind 3. Yeah, Morrowind 4.
Yeah, it would be Oblivion 3, right?
Mm-hmm. They just keep coming. My goodness.
What Starfield beta? The beta. What are you talking about? What's this next one?
Oh, so Starfield beta. So next on the list of Iguana bits, I did mention that they were opening up the beta for Steam on the next Starfield build, and you can opt into it. So it's only for Steam players, but you can choose an opt-in on the beta build. And instead of being a separate build like the PTS, it actually goes over top of your current Starfield build. So people using mods, as I'm sure Ray will corroborate, probably don't want to load the beta build.
No,
It's gonna fuck you up.
it did remind me to go in and change my settings to not automatically update.
Smart, very smart. Wait, would that have gone as an auto update for the beta? I didn't even.
No, not the beta, but
Okay.
when it goes live after the beta.
You want to be able to take your time and make sure that certain things that need to be updated are updated first.
Yeah, you typically when you have an update to Skyrim or Fallout 4, you wait 2 or 3 days for the script extender to get updated before you load the update to the game, so that then you've got everything already set up and ready to go.
Yeah, because even changing the version number can sometimes affect certain things with mods, let alone
absolutely.
real effects.
That's all it takes, because the programming is set specifically for specific versions of the game, having nothing to do with the code. They could change nothing in the game except the version number, and it would break script extender.
So I think last week I went into a little bit, about the fact it was happening and a few of the big updates, a lot of technical stuff, the DLSS, being able to eat food by looking at it. Well, I mean, you still got to click on it, but instead of putting it in your pocket first, then fishing it out and eating it, which by the way, that's kind of gross. Like, why do you stuff it in your pocket, then pull it out and eat? That never made sense to me. You can take chunks to go. You're walking, you just picture this. You're walking through an abandoned station. You see food that has probably been there for at least a year, a half-eaten sandwich. Oh, you want that sandwich. Now you just press and hold A or whatever it is on PC for, you Excel lovers, and boom, it's in your mouth.
Boom.
So I'm excited about that. There are some gameplay adjustments to
chunks.
stealth to be more forgiving, which I imagine what they're doing when they say stealth more forgiving is acknowledging the fact that everybody wears their spacesuits all the damn time. Making it heavy armor was bad. It was a bad move for the fun of the game. Maybe realistic. But so I don't know if they're removing it entirely or simply making it more like light armor, so it doesn't affect as much. But yeah, they're gonna make stealth better. Fixed an issue where Andrea's head would stay permanently cloaked. So if you don't want to run around with a headless Andrea anymore, sorry, don't update, because she's going to be fixed. And she'll be looking at you and silently judging you. You know she will.
It'd suck if you could hear her still, though.
And then give you credits because you're that awesome. Yeah, speaking of Andrea and hearing her, the Golden Joysticks Awards, I didn't actually put this on the Iguana Bits, I don't think. Did I put Golden Joysticks on there? No. So Golden Joystick Awards happened today, one of the first award shows of the year-end season.
Mm-hmm.
And Sissy, the voice actress for Andrea, she was nominated in Best Supporting. She didn't win, but I thought it was awesome she was nominated.
Oh, yeah,
I do want to
is
mention
cool.
Starfield got Xbox Game of the Year at the Golden Joystick. So yay.
Woo.
It was acknowledged. And a major snub that no one understands, Einon Zur, now I'm jumping to the Grammys, but the Grammy Award lists are out there, and Einon Zur's soundtrack for Starfield wasn't even nominated.
Oh, overlooked.
Overlooked.
Goodness.
But Stray Gods, the role-playing musical game that I was so into in August, that actually got a nomination. So I was really happy to
Hey,
see that.
there you go.
Yeah, an indie game nominated at the Grammys. How cool is that?
Yeah, very fun.
So back to the beta update list. So there are a lot of things that they're non-specific about, which we can only hope are things like, our little rock buddy, our little stone pal, or if you're dragging half a New Atlantis with you and that's missing. So those fall into the catch-all things like various stability and performance improvements, memory-related issues and leaks, like taking care of that stuff, super important. But then they're hitting a lot of quests. So there are at least 7-8 quests here that have updates that will be good. What's neat, though, is that it's been in the beta for about a week now, and it had launched. And today they actually released a list of changes that they're doing, and they did a new build of the beta. So this is actual live testing and feedback. And I just
hot fixes.
Yeah, I just thought that was cool. Like one thing,
almost all of it is DLS related.
yeah, it seems like DLSS wasn't working if VSync was on with the new updates. So now they made it so like that'll automatically turn off when you optimize it, things like that. But still, I like the fact that they are using feedback from the beta to actually tweak their build.
Yeah.
So
kind of the point.
Absolutely. But sometimes they like let you play the beta and then just like take it down and fix it. And then next thing you get released. So now they're actually testing their fixes too, which is nice. And that's it for about the Starfield beta. The only thing I have in the news that if you didn't hear, which you probably have, it looks like the SAG strike, the actors strike has ended. Just a couple days ago. So now you'll finally hear more reporting on the Fallout TV show, and obviously plenty of other things, but we care about Fallout. And maybe that means there's plenty of time to stay on track for hopefully a spring release with the whole March 4th date, April 4th date. Oh my God, April 4th date. April 12th? Dude, fact check myself. Look,
I think
it's so funny. There was so much conversation about the date with British people, or the rest of the world.
No.
Like, reading the date the opposite of us. They were like December 4th. So yeah, no, it's April 12th. Third time's the charm. Hopefully they hit that date still.
We'll get it one of these days.
Maybe.
So no way, right? It's got to be affected some way by the strike. I figure anything that's not a reality show will be affected by all that.
Well, the thing about this is the writer's strike will affect some things, but this was fully recorded and in the can back end of last February. So that was set, and they were just on post-production. So the writer's strike wouldn't necessarily affect that as much.
Aren't there tons of rewrites and stuff and all that they do? Like it was in the can, done, like edited and like completely finished. Why aren't we watching it then? Damn.
Editing and post-production effects, yeah. But I mean, the actors have to maybe possibly overdub some lines and get ready for promotion stuff that had to be available. So I don't know. I'm excited. I'm glad that's done. Yeah. Mostly, obviously, for the actors, just like for the writers, getting a better contract.
Absolutely.
I think it's locked in 3 or 4 years. Excellent news.
And the companies won't own their AI images after the person isn't acting anymore and stuff like that. Like, thank the Lord that, because companies were trying to pull some pretty shady shit where if the actor performed for them, that they would then own
their likeness
for in perpetuity. Just man, come on.
It makes sense that they own the rights to the dialogue that was done, sure, but then to take that dialogue, put it into AI, and be like, now I can recreate your voice from this thing. No, that is too far. That is too far. If you want to hear the actor,
you didn't die. We're going to put you in movies for the rest of time.
Right. If you want to hear the actor say the same line over and over again, that's fine. But taking and digesting it down, yeah. I mean, we don't know all the details, of course, on what was decided, but obviously it was good enough to be ratified. So that is excellent.
Very cool. Speaking of the dead, you're never actually dead. Did you hear the new last ever Beatles single, you guys, that came out?
So great they got the whole band together to do a little reunion concert. Everybody, showing up, all doing well.
Yeah. Yeah. So took some AI, cleaned up an old John Lennon tape that had George Harrison on it already, and then so Paul and Ringo could come and record new stuff over it. And I think George Martin's son, maybe, who was their producer, doing the recording engineer and doing all of that stuff. But I think Peter Jackson, sort of remnants from the documentary he did on, I think it was wasn't Apple TV. I don't remember which network it was on. Disney Plus,
Yep.
maybe I'll watch it.
Yep.
But I thought that was just great, and this is evidently one of the things. But they keep saying it's the last Beatles single, and then I read something earlier today where Peter Jackson's already like, yeah, we could probably get another 6 or 7 good songs out of all the tapes and stuff that we found. So like, you know,
my
more
goodness.
Beatles singles are coming.
Well, I mean, they did the past thing already. I'm surprised they did another. But if the more they bring in AI, the more they can do that, you would think. I heard the song was decent. I heard the video was not great, but I haven't watched either. So that's maybe just hearsay.
I haven't seen the video yet. I like the previous effort to resurrect John Lennon better. The Free as a Bird. I really enjoyed that song. This one's not quite. It's a little. This one's a little more of a sad Beatles song instead of a poppy song. But
Clint says it's a nice, gentle one, so that's good. Yeah. I'll have to listen to the song, but I'll probably avoid the video. It's kind of like having the Tupac hologram perform. It's just a little weird.
I think ABBA made $1 billion for their tour. That was holograms of them this year. They didn't actually go on tour. Their holograms went on tour, and I think they made $1 billion.
I mean, that sounds like the best future. Like Ray should employ that. He can be score tired, doing whatever he wants, and then have his hologram play 76 for him and get all the new stuff.
What do you think, Ray? Get a hologram to help double your time?
My hologram says no.
Do you know how many characters he would have if he had a hologram playing for him as well? Good Lord.
Be like multiplicity. Absolutely. Be like a bunch of Garys. Like the holograms get progressively weirder.
All right, we do have some shouts on the way out the door, but what do you think? Should we sneak in an extra game time? Do you want to sneak in my
Pigcorn?
You know what? Let's do it. I mean, I'd say give the audience an hour and 40-minute show this week, but why not? Let's Pigcorn it up.
We can give them an hour 40 minutes. That's fine. I just didn't know if you wanted the solid 2 hour. Yeah, we can save Pigcorn. Maybe Will will like to play it next week. What am I talking about? Will's brought a game, and then
let's do it. Let's do your Pigcorn.
Are you sure? Okay. Well, let me see. If
Ray's nodding. He's ready. I'm ready. Let's
Ray's
go.
Ready for Pigcorn. Ray's always ready for Pigcorn. All right. Sorry.
Hog maze.
I closed the file because we were going to play yours instead. Let me open it up.
Swine grain.
Swine. Yeah, I have no idea what it was.
Swine hominy.
That was it.
Bone swines and hominy.
What is hominy? Isn't it like corn soaked in lye or something?
I have no idea. I don't even know what grits are.
Overrated is what grits fucking are.
I mean, you put enough butter on them, they're okay, but I'd take cream of wheat over grits any day.
Yeah. Yeah, anything's good if you add a ton of butter to it. Just ask Lobster. All right, for this week, I've got Fallout 76. My version of Pigcorn is called Delivery Date Duds Swine Grain. So swine grain, of course, is Pigcorn, but this is our Delivery Date Duds. What do you think?
Oh, Delivery Date Duds. Is that like release date? Wait, duds? Outtakes. Failures? Outtakes?
Birthday suit.
Birthday suit Pigcorn. All right, you guys.
Perfect, Ray. My answer was a dud.
The duds. All right, let's get into another edition of
What time is it?
Game Time. Huh. All right, Pigcorn. Name Day Pie. Name Day Pie.
Name day pie?
Name Day Pie. I guess I should have told you the category.
Yes.
It is the rewards that you get for completing all of the birthday event challenges.
The ones I was just reading off and should remember, but probably don't.
Absolutely. That's why I was like, oh, nice.
I pulled it up so I could close it. I will close it, right?
You just
You
opened
know.
that up to look.
That'll teach me for reading chat while you're talking about 76 crap.
So I'm just gonna say Jess birthday cake.
The birthday cake that begets more birthday cake. Absolutely. Next, we have the anniversary fedora.
Jess party hat.
Yes, the birthday hat. Very good. Ray. Oh, wait, no, just whoever. Sorry, I was flipping back and forth. The next one we have is the natal day fence papyrus. Natal day fence papyrus.
That is. I'll give Ray a chance on this one.
The fence. Your fence needs fresh papyrus, Ray. Go papyrus your fence. It's looking shabby, quite shabby.
I got nothing.
Jess, it's the birthday wallpaper.
The birthday wallpaper. Yes, of course.
The hell does that have to do with a fence?
You get out your goddamn thesaurus. How many words? Wall? How many synonyms are for the word wall? It's so annoying.
Partition, divider.
Solid versus solid vertical surface.
Yeah, because we're cramming 12 words in instead of one in the clues of the game. All right. Okay. Yes. Perfect with the wallpaper. Next is the Moo Slacks tuxedo. Moo Slacks tuxedo. Getting on my Moo Slacks.
Jess. Brahmin pants.
The Brahmin pantsuit. Absolutely. Next, we have the Hatch Time participant symbol. Hatch Time participant symbol.
This is not fair that I was just reading the list of words and actually playing the game. See, Ray, sometimes it does pay to play the game.
Kaboom.
So that's the birthday player icon.
The birthday player icon. Absolutely. Next, we have the spinning needle nativity dermis.
What?
Spinning needle nativity dermis.
Rotating point calendar skin. I'm working through it.
Spinning needle.
Sewing, maybe.
Spinning needle. Nativity dermis. No? Anyone?
So birthday skin, spinning needle.
Bueller.
That'd be a rotating something. It's probably a weapon. But what weapon would it be? Like a drill? Is there a drill skin for this?
I wish there was a drill skin for this.
I got Norfin.
Any guess, Ray?
The rolling pin birthday skin.
Absolutely, the rolling pin birthday skin. Rolling pin, spinning needle.
That
all right,
makes way more sense than mine.
The drill? Is there a drill skin?
I mean, there should be. That'd be awesome, right?
Shelter LXXVI, a tire cube. Shelter LXXVI, a tire cube.
So that's 76. Vault 76, a tire cube. Clothing. Vault 76, clothing. What do you think, Ray? What's the cube? Square? Closet? Okay, I know the rewards from this week. I don't really remember the ones for next week.
No, this is for this week.
Oh, muffin humpers. Cube, like office?
A cubicle. No, just a
Chunks. Are we playing Starfield?
Chunks. Yes, a Chunks hat.
Yeah. Vault 76 Chunks.
Yes.
I'm out.
That's it. Ray, any guess? The attire cube?
Shoebox?
Very close.
Yes, it's a suit box. There is like a vault suit box.
Suit box. Yes, the Shelter LXXVI attire cube is the Vault 76 suit box. Very good. Our last one.
Thank you for saying box, Ray. I couldn't get it.
Who puts a suit in a box?
They want to keep it for good.
They put lots of suits in boxes when there's a dead body in them, Ray. Ooh. All right. Last one here. We have the Shelter Vault placard. Shelter Vault placard.
So the word can't actually be vault because you said vault. So it's got to be like a locker or something, or a safe. Is there an underground safe?
I didn't say that I couldn't use the same word.
Okay, Ray. I got it.
Is there a sign?
Shelter vault. No, I'm pulling up the list because I got to see if this even makes sense to me. If I can't figure out looking at the list, then we've got a problem.
She's pulling up the list. Egregious cheating here. What is? You're making a mockery. How dare you make a mockery of
you literally
pigcorn?
Reverse the words. He said shelter vault placard. It's the vault shelter sign.
Vault shelter poster. Yeah, because what's a good synonym for vault?
Shelter.
And then what's a good synonym for shelter?
Conversely, so vault.
Vault, exactly. So the vault shelter poster becomes the shelter vault placard, of course.
You get no points.
It only makes logical sense. What world am I living in? It's still not even 2 hours, Jess. We got through 2 versions of Pigcorn. That's what.
That one was ridiculous, Andrew, but I loved it. I feel bad.
Was that it? I was doing so well.
The torture shall continue.
It pays to play.
But no, that's fantastic. Thank you. Thank you. That was game time.
I gotta go get my moose slacks on, you guys. Thanks for playing.
What time is it? Game time!
All right, Jess, let's get into some shouts.
Well, we have one Starborn shout that I know of. RTZ has hit New Game Plus and is Starborn.
Congratulations, Starborn. It's going to get Starbait all night.
All the Starbation and Scorecation I know about. If you have hit Starbation or Scorecation, do let us know on Facebook or Discord and maybe tag me so I don't forget it. I usually write them down when I see them, but not always. It's been a busy couple of weeks recently.
Yeah. And I can imagine lots of people are probably, if they're going to finish the scoreboard, they've probably done it by now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. A lot of people put it behind them unless they were, late starting, specifically like putting it off while they were doing other things.
Other things? What else could they have been playing instead? I don't know.
There's a whole world out there. I hear there's even grass. Some people touch it. I don't know.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Starfield. You're talking about
I was, of course, talking about
actual
Starfield,
real life people playing outside in real environments.
I was trying to act like I think about things besides video games.
That's a bald-faced lie. We know that. Come on. All right, you guys. Is there anything else you would like to talk about on the show this evening?
Just want to give another shout out to the parade coming up. Fallout 76 5-year anniversary parade, Tuesday, 3 p.m. Eastern. Going to be a 3-hour show about, y'all know we've been putting a lot of work in. There's stuff that you would not expect to be there. There's some wonderful, wonderful stuff happening. There is going to be a speech from the overseer. I mentioned Adrienne Barbeau joining. She did record something as the overseer, a message for all of us. And I will admit, I teared up more than once listening to it.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, I can't tell you. We joke, but this means so much. I mean, we've loved this game. We've lived in this game. It, Fallout 76 and Fallout in general, of course, for all of us here listening. Just it's one of our favorite pastimes, one of our fandoms, one of our favorite things. And 76 is a space and a world to live in. It's been such a great place to meet people, to relax at the end of the day, or if you're a person who's not that social, to be social. And it's a family. And so getting to acknowledge that. My favorite part, I think, of the parade, okay, because I'm doing all these floats and such, and and we're bringing all these elements together, and it's going to be wonderful. But my favorite part is maybe the thing that some viewers are going to complain about, okay, where it slows down. Because when I have floats with multiple people, and there are people there waving and standing and participating, I want to make sure each time to actually stop and say hi to them, to actually ask their names, to have the person, because I have a spokesperson for most groups and we have groups, to shout them out or to, just announce who's there with us. And so some people might be like, wait, why am I sitting here for 10 people to say their name and say hi? You know why? Because 5 years of 76 on the Bethesda channel. I want these people to have their moment in the sun and be acknowledged for part of the community that they are. So,
because that's why. Yeah.
It may be 3 minutes you don't get back altogether, but it's so worth it to have everybody there named, be able to say this person's here participating. Because, with all the groups and everything on, there might be, we might have 100 and a couple hundred people represented in the parade altogether. We've got 27 floats we're doing live. We've got a ton of clips from groups of floats and other things. It adds up to so much. But that's just hundreds out of, as we know, millions who have played the game. Hundreds of thousands who play regularly all the time. So it's just a small sampling. And
where are people going to be able to watch this video?
That's on the Bethesda Twitch channel. So the video will be posted after too. There will be a video of it. But 3 p.m. at twitch.tv/Bethesda on the Bethesda channel.
You're on the big stage. You're on the Bethesda. Nice.
Yeah, we're on the big stage. I mean, that's kind of why I'm saying I'm taking time to make sure people get their shout out, get their acknowledgement. All the work they put in, all the work the builders put in, all the work everybody put in to make this game what it is, through the hard times, the lean times, the why the hell are you playing that broken game, first couple of years.
Yeah. Still hearing that.
Yeah. So, and honestly, in actual practice, the parade is going to feel like a camp showcase half the time, because we're looking at the floats and I'm interviewing people, asking them, about their float, but also about them and their group and stuff like that. And the others, doing the same. So it's got a nice mix of things. And if you're not into camp building, you may not enjoy it as much, but there will be moments for you too, because of, all the special guests and the announcements and musical performances. Yes, musical performances. Anyway, just watch it. It'll be on that day, Tuesday, but if you're not able to be there live, no worries at all. Obviously, it will be posted after. And, hopefully people enjoy.
No. Don't tell them that. Tell them what one-time only appearance live, Tuesday, 3:00. Will never be recorded or re-aired again, ever.
Yeah.
Well,
except that's like 4 a.m. down under.
Yeah. The only way you're going to win Adams, though.
Set
the only way you're going to win Adams is if you're there.
Aussies.
We're doing a number of giveaways. Yes, Clint being acknowledged says thanks, Ray. Exactly. Not everyone can be there live. That's the point. So, but it will be fun. So yeah, that's my big shout.
Absolutely, everyone, check it out. Swing on by, give Jess your support. All right. In that case, for further information around the event, I'm sure Jess will be tweeting out links, etc. So you can find her at Sleep Is For Tea on Twitter and at Dames Who Game. Jess, thanks so much.
Great night.
Also, Ray can be found at RayLB. And for all of your other space game needs, No Man's Sky still exists. Go ahead over there to @BBCISSS for all your No Man's Sky needs. Ray, thanks so much.
Good times.
I can be found at Indie Android. The show is at the Fallout Feed. I'd like to thank everyone for downloading this edition of the Fallout Feed, and we will see you in the Wasteland.
Thank you for downloading this episode of the Fallout Feed Roundtable. If you are interested in doing a play-along character with us, the show can be contacted by emailing falloutroundtable@gmail.com. For the Roundtable schedule, our Amazon link, and all other show information, please head on over to asapodcasting.com, where you will find the Fallout Feed, a Skyrimatic podcast, our YouTube channel, the Chatterbox, as well as other content. Once again, thank you for downloading, and we'll see you in the Wasteland.
And boom, it's in your mouth. Take chunks to go. Fist, Rooster, Scan Jammer, shall I say prick, and finish off the person you need to finish off. Boom, boom, boom. Just knock out some sugar right there.
Drink 10 beers or something like that. You can see the ring expand out.
I hit it and exploded. Gaseous cloud.
Fun stuff to shove points into. There's no way in hell I'm shooting down Grandma.